When I was 15, I was pretty unwell. I found South America my inspiration. I was on a drug called infliximab that I was actually allergic to. My doctors wanted to move me over onto a new drug called Humira. To be able to switch from one drug to another, I had to prove that I was allergic. I got put in ICU and they gave me a dose of the infliximab. I then had an anaphylactic reaction. Due to government regulations, I had to go and do that 2 more times. I got moved onto Humira. The side effect is that my body no longer had any protection against tuberculosis. I told my doctors I wanted to go to South America and they said no because tuberculosis is really commonplace there. I wasn't allowed to go while I was on Humira. During my degree, I did my first Spanish course. I focused on my minor in Latin American studies. Unfortunately, wasn't able to do an exchange because it just wasn't plausible to do Humira, which is weekly injections, while I was away. I went to Europe for 2 months. Spending my majority of my time in Spain. I also went to America. It wasn't South America, but it was as close as I could get. I finally decided that it was worth the risk. So I went and told my doctor that I was going. He then turned around and told me that he'd had a patient in the same situation and they'd gone to South America and unfortunately because of the Humira they had caught TB and they'd passed away. And that was the end of that plan. At the next appointment he told me there was an alternative. It was currently in America called velizimab. It didn't have the same side effects that Humira did, and he said that once it came to Australia, he would look at swapping me over. After that appointment, I got into the travel industry and became a travel agent. A year and a half after I became a travel agent, I had to go in for some surgery. Me and my doctor thought it would be 3 weeks max. 3 months later, I was still in hospital. I am 5'10", and I weighed 39 kilos. While I was in hospital, my doctor came and saw me and he told me that velizimab had come to Australia. When I got well enough, he would switch me over. 3 months later, he switched me over. 9 months after the surgery, I managed to get back to work. I'm doing a lot better now and in 4 months' time, I'm off to South America.